We often talk about the death of Tupac, but very rarely do we talk about the possibility of Tupac being responsible for somebody very close to him losing their life.
I already took 5 bullets. And if I can help it, I don't plan on taking no more.
Do you know who shot you?
On November 18, 1993, Pac was arrested on SA sodomy and weapon charges from an incident that stemmed from a hotel room altercation with Ayanna Jackson.
It's probably not the image he wants to project, but Tupac Shakur, a nominee for an NAACP Image Award, is in trouble again. The rap singer and actor was arrested for allegedly helping a friend sodomize a woman at the Parker Meridian Hotel in Midtown Manhattan.
I look guilty. Tupac, are you guilty?
Ayanna Jackson would accuse Tupac, an associate of his, Haitian Jack, who was a well-known gangster in New York at the time, and another man of raping her and sodomizing her forcefully in the hotel room.
So I was raped by Tupac. I was raped by Haitian Jack. I was raped by the tall, dark-skinned gentleman, I guess, if we would say he was fuller.
These criminal charges and accusations would not only be chaotic and problematic for Tupac's public reputation and career, but it will also be chaotic and problematic for Tupac's relationship with Haitian Jack.
She wasn't prepared, she says, for what happened to her, and it wasn't supposed to happen.
Okay, so she wasn't prepared for what happened to her. Where are those people that did this? They were all in the same hotel as me. They were all right in the same room with me. Why am I the only one in court right now? Why is the cameras all on me? And in the report and all these charges, I didn't do nothing. I'm charged with being in concert with some guys. Well, where they at?
This was the beginning of Tupac's paranoia. He couldn't understand how he was being charged with being there while those guys violated Ayanna Jackson, but one of them charges were dropped and Haitian Jack received a separate trial and the prosecution weren't moving to prosecute him. So Pac was suspicious. How come all of you guys got off, but I'm being charged with being there while y'all violated her? Pac's only explanation for this was they turned on him. They ratted him out and they were being used against him. Pac was rapping against all odds. I heard he was light-skinned, stocky with a Haitian accent, jewelry, fast cars, and he's known for flashing. Listen while I take you back and lace this rap, a real-life tale about a snitch named Haitian Jack. Knew he was working for the feds. Same crime, different trials. Ninja. Picture what he said. Pac thought the Haitian Jack was a rat. Pac thought Haitian Jack snitched on him. Pac thought the Haitian Jack was working for the feds because it was the same crime they was being charged with, but they had separate trials. And Pac wasn't shy about letting Haitian Jack know his feelings about him. According to Pac's brother-in-law, Lled, Tupac will confront Haitian Jack in front of the OGs and Lled as well and call him a rat and a hoe.
This shit is about what Pac said about another man in front of other people. This man got upset about what he said, even though it was the truth and it was foul. But look, man, it ain't like he said this shit to the police and then he said it to our family in front of you.
For Pac to be going at Haitian Jack in a manner in which he was, that was really brave of Pac because Pac wasn't on the echelon of gangster that Haitian Jack was. Even Mike Tyson would warn Pac, bruh, hey, Haitian Jack is a different dude, bruh. You should stay away from him. Like, you guys are not the same type of gangsters.
There's a rumor that you told Pac not to hang out with Haitian Jack, but he didn't listen.
Well, I told Pac, but I said, I don't know if you, I think you're out of your league right now. You know?
Mm-hmm.
He had asked me about Jack. You know, and I had known Jack through Scooter. And I said, you're out of your league. You know?
You hang with the big boys now.
Yeah, you're out of your league.
Even Biggie tried to look out for Pac and warn Pac about Haitian Jack even before they got into it. But because Haitian Jack and Tupac were friends at the time, Tupac went behind Biggie back and alerted Haitian Jack that Biggie told him that he should stay away from Haitian Jack. So what Haitian Jack did in retaliation was get Biggie robbed for telling Pac to stay away from him.
When Pac first started hanging out with Jack and everybody, Biggie or somebody in his camp had said something to him about it, and Pac went back and told Jack and them. Yeah, and Biggie had got robbed.
Right. Biggie got robbed?
Of course.
Biggie was outright terrified of Haitian Jack because he didn't trust him. He was just too sporadic. So when Haitian Jack found out that Biggie was telling Pac these things, Their relationship became even more sour, and Biggie went out of his way to make sure he was not in the same room with Haitian Jack for only moments. All right, so even the night that Haitian Jack and Tupac caught their case, Biggie was there that night. Biggie came, dropped some guns off, and left the hotel room. Pac caught a weapon case for Biggie guns, but Biggie couldn't stand being in the same room with Haitian Jack, so he came, dropped off some guns for Pac, and left. It took Pac going through what he went through with Haitian Jack to finally realize that Haitian Jack was scandalous and clad. Now, Haitian Jack had a different recollection of exactly what happened with Tupac, and according to him, Pac was the fair-weather friend, not him.
Pac was all good when I was doing good things to him. Until we caught that punk-ass case that was easily could have been beaten by both of us. He let his attorneys turn him against me. And that's the part that I'll never forgive him for, because I'm going to ride or die with you, homie. I expect you to do the same. See, that's what I call a fair-weather friend. Everything's good when everything's good, you know? But as soon as we catch a punk-ass case, right? You start telling me, oh, I can't talk to you, my attorneys. I'm like, what? You ain't who you say you are, my nigga. You ain't no gangster.
But despite Pac disrespecting him in front of the OGs and his homies, and despite them going through some things, Haitian Jack still has some love for Tupac. So when Haitian Jack homies and the gangsters were tripping because Pac kept disrespecting him, and by default he was disrespecting them, Haitian Jack told the wolves, yo, don't hurt Pac. I got Pac. That's my guy. Don't touch him.
So you were offended when he called you a hanger-oner in the Daily News?
I was offended, but I didn't think what he said warrants him to be hurt.
Wow.
I had told everyone not to do anything to Pac. A lot of people listened and said, look, Jack said leave it alone. And they left it alone, but there's always one in the crowd that has something to prove.
And that one was Jimmy Henchman. Jimmy Henchman was close friends with Haitian Jack, but he's also a very notorious gangster from New York with a fierce reputation. He's currently doing life for ordering a hit on 50 Cent's homie. This man is a savage. So when Pac was disrespecting Haitian Jack, he took it personally, and he put Pac on a short leash and told Haitian Jack, bruh, like, he's on a short leash with me. This man F's up or he continues to disrespect, I can't save him no more. I'm going to teach him a lesson. And Pac tore that leash off when Jimmy Henchman contacted him to do a song with his artist Lil Sean. When Jimmy Henchman contacted Pac about doing this song with Lil Sean, he wasn't expecting to get charged by Tupac, but Pac charged him $7,000 to do the song. So when Jimmy Henchman responded back with, oh, I'm going to give you a check when you show up, Pac felt disrespected because Jimmy Henchman is a gangster. His money ain't legal, right? So you telling me you going to give me a check is damn near you telling me you not going to pay me, you going to hold me. So Pac went off on Jimmy Henchman.
Jimmy was managing Lil Sean. He was his artist at the time. And he's supposed to give him $7,000 in cash. And so Pac wanted a check, wanted cash. And Jimmy wanted to give him a check. And, you know, he started talking to him, oh, you New York bitch-ass, nigga, punk-ass motherfucker, fuck you do. Talking once to the gangster shit to Jimmy.
Jimmy Henchman was enraged. He considered himself and Haitian Jack the two most fierce gangsters in New York, period. So the fact that he disrespected Haitian Jack firstly, and Haitian Jack speared him, and Pac is now disrespecting Jimmy Henchman, Henchman thought, yo, I got to teach this boy a lesson so he know we not the ones to be effing with. So he told Pac, I'll give you $7,000 cash. Show up.
Jimmy's not a big guy. He's a little guy, but, you know, Pac don't know this, and he underestimated him.
At this point, it was no coming back for Pac. Jimmy Henchman was committed to teaching Pac a lesson. So Jimmy Henchman told Tupac to show up at Quad Studios that night to do the song with Lil Sean. And after Pac agreed, he contacted a friend of his who knew some gangsters and instructed a friend, I need a couple guys that can rob Tupac for everything he got when he shows up to Quad Studios. So that friend contacted a notorious gangster who just got out of prison called Dexter Isaac.
Stalking shit, so that's when Jimmy called up and sent the word, yo, come get this nigga and just fuck him up, teach him a lesson, you know?
But check this, Dexter Isaac was so starving for an opportunity to get something that they didn't even have to pay him. Like, Jimmy Henchman would instruct them that he would give Dexter Isaac $2,500 for his manpower and whoever is coming with him, but their payment would be the jewelry that Tupac is wearing. So they would get to rob Tupac and keep all the jewelry, except a couple of rings that Jimmy Henchman would want so he could give to his girlfriend.
So he told me how much jewelry he gonna have on and so forth, because we got another partner named Haitian Jack. Haitian Jack had took Tupac to 47th Street, the Diamond District in Manhattan, to go buy all his jewelry, so we knew what his jewelry was worth and what he was, rocking and shit like that there.
Mm-hmm.
So once he told me the numbers, and me fresh out of prison trying to come up, it was a no-brainer. He told me he got over $100-something thousand worth of jewelry on. And, a young nigga come in the streets, coming home from prison, $100-something thousand in jewelry, that's a nice lick,
Mm-hmm.
And it wasn't personal, it was just business. I'm trying to come up, I'm trying to eat,
Mm-hmm.
It could be anybody. If a motherfucker got $100-something thousand worth of jewelry, we're coming to get there.
So Jimmy Henchman hired the goons to rob Pac at Quad Studios when he get there to do the verse with Lil Sean. But Jimmy Henchman also needed somebody to let him know when Pac was getting to Quad Studios. Because Pac didn't trust Jimmy Henchman or any one of them, Pac was really coy and deceptive about when he was showing up. So Jimmy Henchman needed somebody to be with Pac, so he knew exactly when Pac was getting there. So the goons just don't wait outside for 9 or 10 hours and then Pac never show up. And now Jimmy Henchman is left holding the bag and have to pay for something that never got done. So Jimmy Henchman would employ the services of Tupac's best friend, Big Stretch.
Right.
Did Stretch have anything to do with the setup of this? Because there's a lot of speculation that Stretch set this up.
Yeah, he did. But how would we know, how long they would take to get to the studio? How did I know that they was around the corner and they'll be coming around the corner at any minute? Somebody was calling and giving that information, relaying the schedule.
Jimmy Henchman and Tupac was playing chess, but Jimmy Henchman had Tupac checkmated on every corner, every which way. You see, Jimmy Henchman got Tupac's best friend to turn on Tupac and take away his only leverage, which was Tupac's time of arrival. Now, Jimmy Henchman knew exactly when Tupac was getting there and knew exactly how to set up Tupac. It was absolutely brilliant, but it wasn't just Tupac's best friend, Big Stretch, who knew about this, and it wasn't just Jimmy Henchman and the goons who knew about this. More of Tupac's friends knew that Tupac was being set up that night. And it was evident when the goons got there and went upstairs to talk to Jimmy Henchman, they seen a couple more people they couldn't believe was turning on Pac.
Me and my boy went upstairs, right? Because I wanted to talk to Jimmy myself and get all the thing from out of his mouth, right? What the deal was. So when we took the elevator up to the quad, we went up into the studio, and I asked him who knew about this, and he gave me a head nod towards, and Puffy was standing all the way down the end of the hallway with Andre Harrell. He gave me the head nod that they knew.
Right.
The scene is wild. All the dudes who Pac thought messed with him were gathering at this studio to watch him get robbed as if it was a pay-per-view event. This was absolutely insane, right? Like, Diddy was there, Andre Harrell, who was also a label owner at the time, they was all there, and they all knew beforehand that Pac was gonna get robbed. So Pac was walking into the Lions Den. So eventually Pac shows up at Quad Studios. Pac walked past the man outside who didn't really look at him, walked into Quad Studios. There was a man at the desk holding up a newspaper. Pac walked past that man, turned a corner onto the elevator, but the elevator was on the other floor, so it was some time before the elevator would come down to Pac. So as they pressed the button for the elevators to come down, they got ambushed by Dexter Isaac and his homies.
Get down, get on your knees and, put your head on the wall, shit like that. So the first thing came to our mind was execution style. So we looking at each other like, oh, fuck nah. So, without being rude or disrespectful for causing the gun to pop off, we standing there and Nichols dropped quick. So Stretch seen him and Stretch went right behind him. It was like he kind of was protecting his man, like, what the fuck you doing? But let me get down too. Let me get down too with you. I just got to follow suit. I don't want you to cause nothing. So it seemed like that's how he was moving. As I was standing there, Pac went out like a straight up G, man. It wasn't no fear in his eyes. Matter of fact, he had his back to motherfuckers. And it looked like he was going to do this little move he used to practice in the crib. You know what I mean? He would put the Naughty by Nature stickers up on the bedpost and shit. and do some quick turnaround shit trying to hit the stickers. He was pretty accurate. He was pretty good with it. So I knew that's the move he was trying to make. But these cats, man, these stick-up kids, they had some skill with them gats, man. Their shooting was very accurate. They spoke quickly. They didn't use a lot of language. It was like one word in action type shit. It was like, just gun! And then you heard the fire. 2 bullets went up under his skin. You could see the entry holes. And then you could see the 2 lines riding parallel to the back of his head where the bullets rolled across his scalp, but under the skin. You know what I mean? You could see it. Basically, it was like these cats, they hit him in the head and they hit him in the fucking hand.
So Pac gets shot, but he's still conscious. But the goons will rob Tupac and rob everybody there, including Big Stretch, Zay, and the other homie who was with them and Tupac before they left. So when they left, the situation kind of calmed down. Police got called, paramedics got called. They came, they wrapped Tupac up and took Tupac away. Now, while the police were there searching various places, Zayd went upstairs to sort of tuck his gun away because he had a gun on him. And when he went upstairs to tuck his gun, he seen Big Stretch had already snuck away, and he was having a conversation with Puffy and them that stopped almost immediately when he got upstairs.
That's when I made my way around. It was a studio room, and I ran in the Stretch. Me and him chopped it up. We had our little 2 cents. I'm telling him, police is on their way up here, whoop-de-woo. So he went the direction I came from, and I went the direction he came from. And I went up in the room that he came out of, and it was a bunch of cats up in there. It was a full room.
The cats who were in that room was Lil Sean, Diddy, and other East Coast dudes, and it's unclear what conversation Big Stretch was having with those dudes, but they were having a conversation. Now, Tupac almost immediately thought that Big Stretch and his homies set him up based on how they reacted when he was getting robbed and shot.
The reason I knew my homeboys set me up is because my homeboys knew I was strapped. The dudes came straight for me. My homeboys is behind it. It's like they running for the train. My homeboys behind it. They didn't do nothing. They knew I was strapped. All they had to do was grab it, and I could have boxed.
Tupac mindset was, I've been in a lot of situations with y'all, and I know how y'all usually react. Y'all could have done something, distract them for at least 2 seconds. They don't know I got a gun. Distract them for 2 seconds, take the attention off of me, I pull my gun out, and now is an equal fight. But y'all laid down unusually, which I'm not used to. So you automatically thought they set me up. Now, Big Stretch was allegedly paid a couple bricks for setting Tupac up.
Me and Jimmy forwarded it to me.
Okay. Because it was alleged that he got a quarter of a brick for his involvement.
He got 2 big eights.
Okay, got 2 big eights. Okay, cool.
That's 125 grams. That's what we call them, a quarter thing.
Even though Pac had his suspicions, he didn't have time to really confirm or investigate because the following day was when Pac was getting sentenced, right? Was when the jury verdict was supposed to be in to figure out if Pac is going to jail or not. So Pac had to worry about going to jail in his court case. But while Pac was dealing with that, Tupac's cousin was in jail. And somebody who knew exactly what happened to Tupac told his cousin everything that took place to Tupac and who was involved and what was the setup.
He says, yeah, he just came home, and he the one that shot Tupac.
Wow.
Right? He didn't know Tupac was my cousin, the guy that's telling me this. He didn't know I was related to Tupac.
Okay.
He's just saying, yeah, because it was just on the news. He's the one that shot Tupac. And I said, oh, really?
The information as to who was behind Pac getting shot was creeping its way out there. People were talking, but when Pac would turn himself in to go to jail, he was still on good terms with Big Stretch and others because he wasn't completely sure who did it. But then when Pac went to jail, Big Stretch started doing the most scandalous things to Pac. Big Stretch tried to F on Pac's girlfriend at the time.
Tupac, man, after he got shot and robbed at Quad Studios and he got accused of assault and he was in prison, you said while Tupac was in prison, Big Stretch, he tried to get at you?
Well, basically, he saw me. He said, Pac would love to hear from you. I'm going to get his information. Give me your number. And, he called me and he's like, yeah, I'm going to come, stop by, drop this off to you, boom. But when he came, that wasn't the conversation. And that's factual. Like, I was like, he was like, so, you know, like, what's up with you? And I'm like, oh, did you get his address, his information? And, you know, he just was having his own conversation that had nothing to do with this man's jail info. So
Pac's girlfriend wanted his information, such as how she could write him, how she could visit him, etc., etc. And Big Stretch was supposed to pull up with the information, but when he pulled up, he had none of that, and he was trying to sleep with her instead. A scandalous dude, but it went beyond that, because even though Pac and Big Stretch was somewhat cordial as Pac was trying to figure out what was going on and who backdoored him, Pac was anti-Biggie and Diddy from the very rip. He thought those two dudes were scandalous. I can't trust them. But when Pac went to jail, Big Stretch started hanging out with those dudes even more. Big Stretch started having more Biggie goons around him more so than ever.
When I started hearing like him and Big had problems, and then I seen like a couple of the people, like not the rappers from Junior Mafia, but like some of the dudes that be with them, I kind of just was like, wait a minute, like you so-and-so's friend, you with these people, I don't know what's going on. I wrote him to ask him.
She would alert Tupac of this, and Tupac would be enraged, because at this time, Tupac fully knew that Biggie and Diddy were involved with him getting shot, and they knew beforehand.
While I'm in jail, strangers is telling me, yo, you don't know? Biggie homeboy shot you. Because they bragging. They telling they in jail. Yo, we just got Pac. Woo, woo, woo. And my cousin was in jail in New York because I got family out there. He sit right there while they get in the car going, yo, my homeboys just jacked that nigga Tupac. So that's how I knew who shot me, what happened. And
Pac had any doubt before, Stretch getting closer with his enemies after he was shot solidified it for Pac that Stretch was involved, and Stretch backdoored him. And Stretch betraying him was probably the one that hurt Pac the most. Everybody else, he had no expectations for. Stretch was like his brother. And Pac would kind of accurately portray his pain in the Holla At Me track when he rapped about Stretch betraying him. When me and you was homies, no one informed me it was all a scheme. I guess Pac was saying he was faking it. You infiltrated my team and sold ninjas a dream, essentially saying he pretended to be real. How could you do me like that? I took your family in. So Pac took care of his family. Put some cash in your pocket, made you a man again. You know, Pac was looking out for Big Stretch. And now you let the fear put your ass in a place. Essentially saying that Jimmy Henchman and them, like, scared him into turning on him. Complicated to escape, it's a fool's fate. Pac being poetic. Without your word, you're a shell of a man. The line, you let your fears push you in a place that's too complicated to escape, sort of portrays this perfectly. And Pac got away with words, saying that Jimmy Henchman and Haitian Jack scared his homie into turning on him, and now the homie is in a place he really can't escape because his fears got him into it. Now, the Pac and Big Stretch situation got even worse, and they really began beefing when Big Stretch began to contribute or start the narrative that Pac shot himself.
Yeah, we get to the studio, she loves seeing that I'm in the window.
Hey, what up, baby? What's up? You want us to come up or what?
We turn around the corner and see this standing in front of the studio with an army fatigue jacket on. He looks at his watch, you know what I'm saying? Then he just looks down or whatever. Pac act like he's going to his joint. And then the shot went off.
Just watch, let's go.
Me, personally, only heard one shot. You know what I'm saying? That's how the went down.
It seems like it could have been a ricochet. Pac shot himself. I can only imagine.
Pac was outraged. He could forgive you for trying to F on his girlfriend, who really wasn't his girlfriend. But now you're trying to minimize the pain that he went through. Pac was absolutely hurt. And he wanted revenge.
You knew what I said. I was acting. Who gets shot 5 times in acts? Oh, I didn't get shot 5 times in their vision. I only got shot once because they found the bullet. The police found it, but now they the cops. Now they doing detective work. They found the bullet. Oh, you found the bullet, huh? So what is this other shit in me then? What was the doctors talking about? Wompty, wompty, they just saying anything to assassinate my character. What that showed me, remember this lack of a conscience when I come out. Remember this lack of mercy when I come out. Remember this lack of compassion
when I come out. But now I come out, everybody want to calm down and relax and forget what you said.
Pac was released October 12, 1995, almost a month before the 1-year anniversary of him being shot at Quad Studios. When Pac got released, he was in good spirits, but as y'all just heard, bro, Pac was a man on a mission. He was committed to making them feel his pain that they tried to make him feel when he was locked behind bars with no hope. Pac and Big Stretch never made amends, and Pac promised revenge. And coincidentally enough, on the 1-year anniversary of Tupac being shot at Quad Studios on November 30th, 1995, 1 year exactly after Pac was shot on November 30th, 1994, Big Stretch was shot and killed in New York.
The Walker family is devastated by the loss of rap artist Randy Walker. He was just 27 years old.
He held my mother up, and I can't believe he's gone.
Police say Walker was driving in Hollis, Queens overnight on his way home from his brother's house when someone in a passing car shot at him at least 3 times, causing him to crash his van. Walker was only about 3 blocks away from his home right here. He didn't make it.
After the death of Big Stretch, the streets started talking, and the streets quickly identified that he was murdered due to setting up Tupac.
Stretch, he died. They ended up killing him because he got blamed for setting up the whole robbery, giving us information where, how long it was going to take to get there and all that shit.
That's why everyone thinks that Pac put the hit out on Big Stretch and got him killed in 1995. Let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think? Y'all think Pac was involved, or was this a coincidence that took place in 95 on the anniversary of Pac being robbed and shot at Quad Studios? If you're still watching, man, click on this video here somewhere on my screen to find out why this man just threatening to F DJ Academics in the behind, all right? Click on this video here to find out this huge DJ Academics drama. I'm going to see you guys in this video, all right? I'm out of here, folks. Peace.